2. What up, y'all? Welcome to Here's the Thing. I'm Kev on stage. She.
That chick AJ.
Welcome to another podcast episode. Smash that like button. Smash that notification button. Welcome. If you want to talk Diddy, we talked about that at length on the bonus. We ain't talking about that no more. It's a new day. The world changed overnight, Angel. Netflix acquired Warner Brothers.
Listen.
Was it like an $85 billion deal? Something like that?
4.3.
Yes.
How much?
84.3.
$84.3 billion.
Insane.
As a black woman actress in Hollywood for 25 years?
How long? 26 is what? No, so 19. I'm coming up on 20 years.
20 years. I would love to hear your thoughts first before I interrupt you with mine.
I want to feel what it's like to hold 84.3 million, just a little.
Billion.
I think it fills a room, no?
More than a room.
This ain't even real money in that sense.
Yeah,
this is stock and paper and futures and debt.
It sounds like something my 6-year-old would say. Yeah, I'll give you my car for $84 billion.
$84 billion, Angel.
My question is, what are we doing, guys? Like, what are we doing? How many businesses does one business need to own? HBO, they've been handed around like a little slut. Just everybody's getting a little
Max,
bit of HBO.
go now, Max. HBO, Michael Scott, snips back, snips back, snips, back and forth.
She is a little slut, or he's a little slut.
Changing their name every other year.
It is. I'm like, where are we going? And then, but when it wasn't HBO Max because
hilarious.
What?
Katrina the artist said more like HBO.
It is. It is HBO for real. That one didn't surprise me because HBO will go to the highest bidder.
Yes.
That Warner Brothers, I said, now Warner, where are we going?
They just got untethered from Warner Brothers Discovery.
Yes.
Like a couple months ago.
That was a terrible goddamn little marriage.
It didn't even make sense.
It didn't. They were firing people left and goddamn right, and nothing came of it.
The consolidation is too quick.
I thought Disney got Discovery.
No, Warner Brothers Discovery. Warner Brothers merged with Discovery for a couple. I don't know if it was a couple years, for a minute.
Yeah, it wasn't that long.
Yeah,
no,
and then they said, actually, this is a terrible idea. Discovery is over here, Warner Brothers is over here, and then Warner was basically immediately purchased by Netflix. Within the same quarter that Skydance purchased Paramount Studios and acquired all that and slashed businesses there.
Yeah, I don't understand. It feels like we're just playing I'm like, is this just to move money around? The way these companies are just buying, selling, buying. I'm like, I feel like back in the day, people typically had a vision for where they wanted the company to go.
Yes.
Now it just feels like, oh, I need something to buy.
1,000%. I feel like, first of all, my initial thoughts were Netflix finally got what they have lacked since the last 10 years, a back catalog. Remember when Netflix first started, it was old movies and TV shows that was the main reason we was watching it. I watched The Office infinitely million more times than it ever was on TV on Netflix. But then one by one, they started going away, and Netflix was paying crazy to create their own originals.
How long ago is that for The Office for you? What was that on Netflix? Because I'm going back to Netflix's inception.
The Office was probably less than 5, because I remember the beginning of the pandemic, I was watching The Office on Netflix in my office, no pun. So that's within the last 5 years, I think. Because
Netflix was strictly, it was a digital blockbuster. That's what it was, fully.
Yeah. You're talking about the DVD part or when it was first streaming?
Even it started off with the DVD, but then it was full streaming, but it was still old movies. It was still just find a movie that you haven't got to see in a while. Hopefully it's over there on Netflix. When they went into original programming with House of Cards, it was like, oh, that's neat.
That's when I joined Netflix.
Was with House of Cards?
House of Cards is what got me in. I didn't know. I knew Netflix, the DVD business, but I didn't start.
I've been with Netflix since then.
So it was just movies, no TV shows at the time?
No TV shows. None.
So just like Tubi?
Yes, but understand, I started with the DVDs. I wasn't there was no such thing as a Netflix app on your TV.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had it since then. And so when they went to original programming, it wasn't something that I necessarily was like, this is why I need Netflix, is because you all better have programs that I would like to watch. So then when they got heavier into it, I think obviously they saw a lot of growth. But it was the old shit that got me there and the old stuff that kind of kept me there. So I'm not surprised that they were just like, let's go back to our original model.
1,000%. We need deep library, because Disney took all the Marvel movies, all that, give it back and shut up.
Yeah.
NBC said, give me that, Michael Scott, because I got to get Peacock going. Friends was NBC as well, I believe.
Yeah.
That came up off of there.
They said,
or they paid $100 million. I think the price kept getting steeper and steeper too. If it was staying on there, they tricked them people at the beginning. They're like, man, streaming ain't nothing, man. Just give us pennies on the dollar. Build this massive library, build all this money, all these subscribers. And then people were like, streaming is something. They're like, just joking. Just joking. But remember, Netflix was spending, remember for years in this industry, it was like, you get a Netflix show, they don't even care about budgets. But they stopped doing that maybe like a year or two ago. And then they laid off all them people to recategorize their
Wait a minute, who said if you got a Netflix show, they don't care about the budget? Who said that?
I know some people who know some people.
And I've been on a couple Netflix shows. I see the budget. It don't feel like to me, it felt vastly different than a network show still.
Good or bad?
Not in a good way.
Worse.
Yeah, that's why I said, who said that?
Nah, that ain't what I heard. But what do I know?
You said, I ain't got my Netflix show yet.
I ain't got my Netflix show. So now my first thought, Angel, was the price of the brick going up.
Oh, obviously.
The Wire is now on Netflix, along with The Sopranos. Whatever Netflix is now. Remember, Netflix was raising the prices. They wasn't even, their email would say, this is going from this to this. A lot of times they say, we want to acquire new stuff. We want to build. After a while, they were just like, this is the new price. Yeah. We're not saying nothing about nothing.
Yeah.
Now they added all them libraries, Game of Thrones, all them stupid, expensive shows, the back catalog, Insecure, Entourage.
Right.
All Warners, everything. Mm-hmm. And then the worst part about this, movies gonna be on Netflix the same day they come out on theaters. You're gonna be able to stream them. You gonna just want to go to the movies because you want to. They're not even gonna have to wait. Maybe the weekend, maybe 2 tops.
You think it's not? So they're just gonna, if that happens, that won't be able to be sustainable long enough for theaters not to shut fully down.
I don't think Netflix cares if theaters shut down.
No, I'm saying like it won't be you wait 2 weeks. It'll be just on streaming because there will be no theaters.
Good. But I don't think Ted Sarandos cares if if Nicole Kidman can't walk down the street at AMC and say, did the magic.
Which is so frustrating. After we done watched 30 minutes of stuff, get that white light off the screen and start the movie.
I want to see her.
I'm like,
if she ain't about to walk into the movie I'm finna watch, get her the hell on.
We just watched the Coca-Cola one where the black dude starts dancing, then he's driving a car, and then he's giving the black girl a Coke, and then they're in the movie theater. It's enough. Then
did you see Coke's newest Christmas commercial was fully AI? No. The one they usually make with the polar bears and the snow cap stuff, fully AI this year. Coke was just like, it's AI. People were like, we don't like that. It's AI.
They fired the polar bears?
Yeah,
they did. They got computer polar bears.
They got laid
They
off.
said, shut up, and these polar bears gonna drink a Coke, and we don't care how much it costs because it's cheaper now.
Yeah.
And you shut up talking to me. And it ain't gonna make us 3 months to make it. It's gonna take us 3 seconds to make it, and it's gonna be on for 30 seconds. We don't care. What you think? We're in the business of business? We're in the business of business.
We're in the business of business.
We want to get you to drink this Coke and shut the hell up.
I was about to say all of this. I feel like is a last ditch effort to get people back to traditional media, because the fact of the matter is, people ain't. It's us. We are watching TV. But the generation lower than us,
oh my God,
they're not coming back over here.
They never were over here.
Yeah, they were, because they used to watch Yo Gabba Gabba. They used to watch the shows on Nickelodeon.
No.
Your kids never watched?
My children, the last thing they watched was Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Come inside. It's fun
That's
inside.
what I mean.
Handy Manny. They did watch that.
That's what I
But
was
when they
referring to.
became able to choose,
Gone.
YouTube, they're here. And then I think about Micaiah. Me pad.
Don't talk about that, baby.
My
Like
pad.
that.
It's her and every kid. My pad charge. Miss Rachel. They've been here. You're not going to get somebody who's had technology connected to them to say, I don't want this now. I'll watch Miss Rachel at 7:30 p.m. after the nightly news.
And it's not even even the thinking of it in a linear sense. It's the way shows have to be formatted for a Netflix, for a TV. It's not the way these children want shows.
They don't care what y'all used to do, you old hag. I don't care what happened in the
like you're about
1900s. I press button, Miss Rachel comes to me. I don't know. I never subscribed to her. You know, Micaiah has a profile on my YouTube account.
I can't believe
I
it.
don't know how she did this.
She's smart.
I went to change from Kevin on Stage Studios to Post to Clip for Safe Space, and I saw Micaiah Kids. Why are you in my stuff?
I love
I'm not your
her.
parent. You need to be connected to Mel's iPad and Mel's stuff because I pick you up every other weekend, and I don't mean pick you up from home. I pick you up when you are brought to my home. Why you got a profile over here? My other niece, Kayla's daughter, got her profile on my Netflix.
There you go.
And Kayla called. Is anybody been watching her stuff? Her stuff on my stuff?
Why is her stuff on my stuff?
Her stuff is on my stuff. What you talking? So yeah, I was reading this article about how YouTube is already bigger than Netflix as far as like how much they stream because them kids is down to that YouTube watching the television programming. It's interestingly enough, the Ball Brothers show is going to be on Tubi in January.
Okay.
Right? And we 8 episodes.
You talking about the podcast or the live show?
The live show.
Okay.
Yeah. This was already announced.
Okay, because this is main.
Yeah. It was already announced. Tubi announced it. It went under the radar, but it was already announced.
Okay.
We was going over how long the episodes need to be, right? And we were like, let's make them 60 minutes. Because me and Tony on stage, anywhere from an hour 15, I think was our shortest, to an hour 45. And we're like, let's make them at least 60 minutes. And Rich called and was like, yo, I think we should tighten it to 45. And I'm like, nigga, what? Hell no. Why? He's like, at 45, it's the best of the best of the best of the best. And it's tight. And in my head, I said, you want the viewer to continue to watch. Mm-hmm. So you kind of have to give them less. The full experience is like, I want to watch like a live thing. But if I want you to watch 8 episodes, it's actually going to hurt you if each episode is an hour 10, 15. If they were releasing week to week, like say 85 South used to be, or maybe 10 days or 12 days, however long, then you got to sit with that. But if the goal is to continue to watch, it's got to be punchier, faster, all that stuff. I was watching. Do you know who Bert Kreischer is? Mm-mm. He's a white comedian. He takes his shirt off all the time.
That's why he's in your algorithm.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You know, I keep eye on people who do things like me. I need Jack Black to say big because he's my North Star. He done did everything I want to do in this business, and he ain't never had to be small to do it. He done did Nacho Libre, Enemy of the State.
School of Rock.
He's in Anaconda. Jumanji. He ain't never been thin once. You ain't never seen Jack Black lost 150 pounds. No. Jack Black said I'm big, and he's had Tenacious D.
Yeah, he did.
Him and Kyle.
And they toured that show.
And they toured it. So I need him to stay big.
It's okay if he doesn't.
No, it's not.
Also Minecraft.
North Star. Minecraft, that terrible movie.
He was in Minecraft?
Yeah.
Minecraft.
What was it? Not Robot Chicken. Chicken Jockey or something?
Oh, I don't know.
There was like a whole thing about Minecraft Chicken something. The kids were going crazy. Anyway.
I was gonna say something to you about the 45.
Yeah.
Also, the difference between a live show is it takes a lot more for people to get up and leave if there's a boring spot. If they at home,
I'm
what am I
done.
watching else?
And you're absolutely right. Melissa and I were talking about it. And you know, everything could be shorter. Why 45? Make it 30. But she made a good point. She was like, a similar point to what you made. people are forgiving of things if it's happening in front of them.
Oh, 100%.
And if they're a stage crew fan, they'll watch it. If they don't hear from me, and what Tubi is like, we got to get the brand. We know the Kev on Stage people are coming. They're like, you have proven that.
Yeah.
But if you're not a Kev on Stage fan, you are just giving it a shot. Oh, and I want to tell you what Bert Kreischer said. He said he was talking to his comedian friends, and they were saying that they can release a special on Netflix, and whatever their closing joke is, the last 15 minutes, they can still do that joke on the road, because even if people have watched their special, 90% of people have never watched the last 10 or 15 minutes, so they don't even know what the closer is.
Dang.
I wonder if that's why Kevin Hart's closing jokes not be strong.
So Bert Kreischer said he started scooting his closer
like
up
this
into the
last
first
joke.
15 or 20.
The gorilla one?
Yeah, the way he closed it. Yeah, because he went back to the Gorilla Glue. That's why I should have used the Gorilla Glue. That's how he ended up closing it. He did a callback.
I didn't like that callback. That
Yes,
callback
that's
was
what I'm
lazy.
saying.
Oh, that callback was lazy.
It was-
the
did you
story,
watch
the story
it?
was good though.
I didn't finish it. I didn't get that far.
Oh,
See? 90%?
The story was fine,
I was
but
tired.
the story was fine.
I like the story. I didn't like the
but
callback.
the way
though.
he did the callback to close it, I said,
No, that was a low hanging fruit for sure.
it wasn't fruit. It was dirt. And he tried to
Okay.
give it to us as food, and I
This
was
the
like,
main-
yuck.
This the main.
Yuck.
This the Bert Kreischer, Kev. This the main. Bert
Bert
Kreischer.
Kreischer. No, so I said all that to say, Netflix changed all of that because of binging. When you are wanting the person to watch the next episode, I think about the show called Dead to Me on Netflix, with Christina Applegate.
Christina Applegate and Linda Cardellini.
Yes. The way they pulled the end forward, they got to get you in the first 5 minutes. Netflix, Mel was telling me she worked there. She said Netflix shows it's basically Instagram. You have 3 seconds. Netflix, they say you have 2 to 3 minutes. If people are not locked in within 3 minutes, they're gone.
A lot of times, I don't watch shows or movies unless it's based off of like an actual recommendation, not like my recommendations on Netflix.
I agree. Netflix nobody really gets me like the algorithm being like, Kev, if you like this, watch. I'm done with this crap.
people gotta
I'm going to pee and I'm doing something
People
else.
got to campaign a show for me to really like.
That's how All Her Fault came in.
Yeah, that's
Everybody
what I'm
was talking
saying.
about All Her Fault.
And they bring the end to the beginning.
For sure. And Pluribus, me and Melissa just started watching Pluribus. I seen people talking about it, and then Tony was like, have you seen Pluribus? And I was like, no, I don't speak Latin. And he basically gave me what the show is about, and off his recommendation, I went and watched it. I can't think of any show I've ever been like, Netflix suggested, I pressed play, watched, and now that's my show. But back in the day when like Game of Thrones, I remember HBO, I was watching something else on there, and I started seeing the trailers for that, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm in on that.
Fantasy and sci-fi is a little different. But when it's, because I feel like just off of the sake of, we're like, what the hell is this? Versus these other regular reality, not reality as in docuseries reality, but reality stuff. Yeah, you got to do a lot more tap dancing at the very top.
Yeah.
Because there's so many things that could take up our time. During the Martin and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and even Cosby Show era, there was only 3 other networks that were competing against your time, or either go outside.
ABC, NBC, CBS. Because remember, Fox had to get Martin to try to get in with them other 3. And they was like, nigga stuff.
Y'all got something over here. Look.
Nigga stuff.
And if you lived in the right place, the CW might have had something on there. But if you
little bit
didn't
later,
live in
yeah.
the right place, you weren't going to see nothing. So it was either those options or you went outside.
Literally outside.
That's it.
You literally went outside.
Now we have 2,567,000,000,000 options. Or if none of those work, you get to make your own option.
Yes.
You get to be the entertainment.
1,000%.
So
I don't know why we're in this business anymore. We in the drug business today.
very freaking much.
You just joined in the drug game.
That's what it feels like. God dang. What type of new drug is that? It make you fly?
What else can you do? I'm high. Okay, what else?
Like, I just got the drug to make you horny. No, you're going to have to make the person fly too now. People just don't want to jack off. Is that not enough? Is that not enough?
This jacking off not been enough.
Get
The
it.
nut coming out.
Now you want to fly. Okay. But yeah, it feels like we are so oversaturated with grabbing people's attention that this type of deal that Netflix, which again, where'd they get this money? Somebody put it in the chat, and I thought the same thing. How they gonna lay off Mel but got money to buy?
That's how they got it.
Yeah, they said
when they fired Mel, they said, "Okay, now we're gonna put that towards Warner Brothers in 2025." They said,
"There's the .3.
Let that sit for a couple years."
Let that sit. I want to read you this, and I got to tell y'all this is a long tweet. This guy said, I'm gonna read just a portion of it. Hold on. His name Akash Gupta.
I love that.
Everyone thinks this is about Netflix getting HBO and Harry Potter.
Harry?
Totally forgot that Harry Potter is part of Warner Brothers Discovery, all that crap, not Discovery. Netflix is eliminating their last remaining competitive threat. Warner Brothers Discovery is the only scaled content factory left that remains independent. They produce 30 plus scripted series annually for external buyers, run the second largest streaming service by content spend, and control DC, Harry Potter, HBO, and CNN. Who has Marvel? Disney?
Yes.
Okay. And also Disney has Star Wars and Fox, 21st Century Fox, and ESPN. Paramount buying Warner Brothers creates a combined entity with Paramount Plus, Pluto, and HBO Max that suddenly has scale to compete with Netflix. Comcast buying Warner Brothers Discovery merges NBC Universal with Warner Brothers and creates a true Disney competitor with theme parks, theatrical distribution, and streaming vertically integrated. Netflix acquiring Warner Brothers Discovery removes the last piece that could be assembled into a Netflix killer. Look at the bidding structure. Paramount offered $27 a share for all of WBD. Comcast proposed an NBCU merger. Netflix, $30 a share for just the studio and streaming assets, leaving declining linear cable networks behind. They're paying a premium to acquire only the parts that matter while avoiding $15 billion in legacy debt. The regulatory dynamics favor Netflix in ways nobody's pricing. DOJ blocked horizontal mergers between direct competitors. Paramount buying WBD merges two major studios. Complex buying WBD combines two theatrical distributors. Those are clean horizontal mergers. DOJ blocks automatically. Netflix is buying vertically into streaming into production. Vertically from streaming into production. The regulatory concern centers on Netflix controlling Warner Brothers content, then restricting competitors' access. Netflix solves this by committing to license WBD content to other platforms for 5 to 7 years post-merger. The concessions cost nothing in year one, buys approval, then commitments expire, and Netflix owns the IP outright. Warner Brothers Discovery is carrying $40 billion in debt, makes them unmergeable with anyone except Netflix.
So Warner Brothers have $40 billion of debt?
40 billion. What are we even talking about?
It's so like, so we could just do whatever. So we could just say, I'm going to go and buy a house with goldfish and be like, it's fine. It's fine.
It's just crazy. We are still trying to pay student loans.
The people that own equity are, this Christmas? This Christmas.
The stock is going to go insane.
Oh my God.
The price is going to be, I imagine, at least whatever it costs to have Netflix and HBO Max.
Get rid of HBO Max.
Oh, it's done.
Yeah, get rid of it. We cannot change the name
and
anymore.
I'm done with y'all, by the way. Because I had every one. I had HBO Go, HBO Now. When it just went to Max.
I'm not going to HBO Flix. I'm not doing it. I'm not freaking doing it.
Do you think it'll even be do you think it'll still be a standalone app, or it's just going to be folded in?
For sure.
This is the only reason why.
No, I think it'll be standalone.
You do?
Because is there a way to get other people's money? Absolutely.
Trillion.
That's what it's like, Alicia, Doctor.
It's another subscription.
We can't think in $40 billion things when we still owe Sally Mae, and I've owed her since 2005.
Yeah, she looking at me today, and I'm like, keep looking.
Keep looking.
Ask Netflix for it. They got it.
They
got my money. You got the degree. You know everything. Since you know everything. The other reason why I don't think they're going to dissolve it is because there is no Netflix channel. HBO, while HBO Max is streaming, I'm sure they own HBO.
Yes.
So HBO is also still a linear channel.
HBO East.
They got all the HBO.
They got all that HBO Latino. They be in them hotels.
Yeah.
On the clicker.
Yeah.
You could go up and eventually you're going to get into that HBO.
Yes.
Netflix, you got to go to the internet side of the TV.
And people and there are people who still watch, like we have YouTube TV. We watch a lot of stuff on YouTube TV.
Yeah, so do
a
I.
lot.
So do I.
So even though we also have we have every.
I have all the stuff.
I'd probably be rich if I got rid of half of the streaming platforms.
I'd be having to watch that one show on that one thing.
You know, they say it's wiser to buy it for the show that you're going to watch and then put it down for the other months.
Yes, that's what people do. Recipes kept on Stage Studios.
It's called a la carte.
Yes, they're like, nigga, I'm not having this all the time. I'm paying $5.99 to watch this show. I watch this show. It's off.
What I actually prefer doing, but then I don't do it and I just keep the goddamn show, is that I will purchase it on Amazon.
Yes, that too. You get $1.99, $2.99 sometime for the season.
Yeah, just buy it, and then I don't got to remember about canceling it because y'all ain't got another show I want to watch for 4 years.
Absolutely, because you know that season ain't coming back. Stranger Things kids is me and you age now.
I know. Like, what is Paramount? Paramount, what have y'all put out?
Paramount is Landman, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Paramount Plus, they got my money good this year.
Yellowtail.
Yellowstone.
My
Why I ain't going over
God.
there? Marcus watch Yellowstone.
Sashimi. That's what it is.
I like Yellowtail.
Oh, a little ponzu?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh man.
I love sashimi.
Just bring the ponzu in a little shot glass.
Yeah.
It
It got to be thin Yellowtail though. When it get too thick, I feel like I'm biting the fish.
Right. Nobu does have. I think Nobu's got. I think they got the best out of
with
all.
the little jalapeno sliver.
Oh, just a little.
I don't even need that. Just give me the fish.
I like the little.
Paramount's got a lot though. Paramount's got a lot.
They got the whole Taylor Sheridan universe.
Taylor
Who
Sheridan.
the hell is Taylor Sheridan?
He
That
make
sound like a
Yellowtail.
country
He's a rich
singer.
white man. He just signed a deal with.
That's the reason why we got Paramount.
He might have signed the deal with Warner. I got to look it up. He signed a crazy.
Mayor of Kingstown is on Paramount Plus.
No, y'all ain't mentioned nothing that I want to watch. Marcus watches Tulsa King.
Oh really?
Tulsa King on there.
Oh, that's right up his alley. Big bourbon guys. Big bourbon.
Speaking of, let's switch
That's the
subjects.
Show, Brisha husband right on. Fellas, y'all already know what time it is. It's time to jangle them balls with Blue Chew. That's right. It's time to level up, and Blue Chew just dropped something crazy. I'm talking about next level, championship level, gold-plated energy. Blue Chew Gold is the newest innovation from the #1 chewable ED brand. This isn't your grandpa's little blue pill, okay? This is a 4-in-1 beast that's setting the gold standard for performance. We're talking 2 ingredients for blood flow to keep the rocket pumping, mixed with apomorphine and oxytocin to turn up the arousal and connection in your brain and body. Blue Chew Gold dissolves under the tongue and works in as little as 15 minutes. That means you can get it on quicker and stay in the game longer. Elevation without hesitation. It's peak passion and peak performance in a single tablet. Now, this is the gift that's going to keep on giving, okay? All right? It might be for you, but it's also for you to give. Your best to her, all right? Make life easier by getting harder and discovering your options at bluechew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Get 10% off your first month at Blue Chew Gold with code SK. That's promo code SK. Visit bluechew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast.
Van Lathan said that Rocky is racist. And I was like, hold on now, Van. And I'm with you on some stuff. Can I read you his explanation?
No. Yes, you can read it to
I was
me.
like, why? I want to tell you this.
Tell me
Okay.
what you said.
So Van did a podcast about Rocky 2. And somebody replied to him on Twitter and said, Van logic, white kids rooting for Rocky is racist. Van rooting for Apollo's not. What a blowhard. That's a big white thing. Van says, I'll engage. And I'm like, I'm interested in how Rocky is racist. Let me read to you what Van says. Apollo represents the peak of human achievement. He is polished, intelligent, in perfect shape. He has no destructive vices, parentheses, ego maybe, and is an insanely hard worker. He's, as Rocky would say in Creed, a perfect fighter. He is beaten by someone, Rocky, who has almost no measurable advantage. There's just something so special about Rocky. He refuses to lose. His spirit is superior. He's real. Rocky's authenticity beats Apollo's perfection. If the version of American meritocracy y'all say is true, everyone should be rooting for Apollo. We're not, because it's Rocky's story. I get it. But let's look at the black characters in Rocky up until Creed. Until Creed, the black characters were Apollo, Clubber Lang, Duke, George Washington Duke, Mason the Lion Dixon, great name. Basically characters to be overcome and sacrificed. Clubber Lang actually threatens Rocky's wife. Apollo becomes Rocky's magical Negro in that same movie. Dang it. It cut out the end of the thing. Hold on. Hey, talk amongst yourself. I got to find the rest of the tweet.
Angel, just for some context, Taylor Sheridan has a deal with Paramount that ends in 2029, but he signed an overall deal with NBC Universal for $1 billion for TV and film. Film starting next year, 2026, and then he's going to take all of his stuff from Paramount over there in 2029.
To where?
To NBC Universal.
NBC Universal. Is he related to Ed or Taylor?
Hilarious. That's funny, Angel. You are funny.
Thank you.
His name is Taylor. I missed it.
Yeah, because that made me think Taylor Swift every time y'all said Taylor Sheridan.
Oh.
And then I was like, but Ed Sheeran, you know, it's just my mind and what it does to people's names. I'm surprised I didn't call him Silk the Shaka as well, because that's where my head is. You're never going to find it, Kevin.
I'm finding it. I'm finding it.
The fact that somebody has all this knowledge
here
feels
we go.
very Tony Baker to have all this knowledge. And again, Sister Act 2 is a black movie. Continue.
Hilarious. Basically, characters be overcome and sacrificed. Clubber Lang actually, let me back up. Let's look at the black Rocky characters in Rocky up until Creed. Until Creed, the black characters were, I just named them. Basically, characters to be overcome and sacrificed. Clubber Lang actually threatens Rocky's wife. Apollo becomes Rocky's magical Negro in the same movie. In the next movie, Rocky allows Apollo to die at the hands of a deranged Soviet steroid freak. He refuses to throw the towel because Apollo asks him not to. That cost Apollo his life. Interesting that when Rocky asked earlier in the franchise for the towel not to be thrown, he wins, meaning Apollo dies for not being Rocky. So the question once again is, why do we root for Rocky like we do? Is it because it's his story? Yeah, he's our hero. But it's also because of his villains. The perfect black man, Apollo. The brutish black man, Clubber. The evil black man, George Washington Duke. That's the Don King character, if you're not familiar, who literally corrupted the pure white country boy Rocky had taken under his wing. That's Tommy Morrison's character. And the arrogant black man, Mason. It's true that we love Rocky because he's the hero, but part of the reason he's the hero is that he puts black men in their place. The question is, why do I like Rocky so much? Same reason why I love that billionaire, capitalist, fascist, criminal Bruce Wayne. I met them when I was a kid. Now, before I get your thoughts as a black woman, Muhammad Ali says this about Rocky, which I did not know. He spoke about Rocky. For the black man to come out superior, Ali said, would be against America's teachings. I have been so great in boxing, they had to create an image like Rocky, a white image on the screen to counteract my image in the ring. America has to have its white images, no matter where it gets them. Jesus, Wonder Woman, Tarzan, and Rocky. Thoughts as a black woman, mother of four?
So what I heard was Rocky is racist.
You heard Mark Curry talking how Diddy raps.
Yes.
I wanted to clip that part. At his big age, at 50 plus, he had that gray hair and still said,
yes.
This is how you rap. I rap good like this. You rap me,
and then Muhammad Ali said they created an image like me. That is what all of that sounded
Charlie
like.
Brown's mom?
Yes, I was like, huh? What? Who are these? Huh? If it can be racist, there's a good chance it is racist. That's what I'll say. But Rocky was never important enough for me to know what the we were just talking about. God dang.
It's always funny when you almost cuss and you bleep it out. Self-bleep. It makes it hit a little different than the full cut.
Dang.
The self-edit is funny. All right, let's move on. Jermaine Jackson came up on that Instagram talking about some museum, and I hate it. Yes. The lineup don't even do nothing. Angel, I wanted to make fun of him, but and draw it.
Yes.
But it would have taken, I got a lot of head
First
meat.
of all, you would have never gotten that off.
You would need a lot of Sharpie.
It would have taken, I thought about it. I said, it's going to take me too long. So I just put a bandana on. Angel, the line gold, that is not natural. It's It's a helmet of salvation with this little.
He looked like Magneto. That's what the hell he looked like. In the eyebrows too. He got the eyebrows tinted too.
Joe, who is in his life?
It's them Jacksons. Let's be honest. They all look just a little bit
Flickted.
askew.
Remember that word?
Flickted. They all look a little flickted. And it's just like, is your house? Janet looks great.
Janet
looks great. She could have stopped, in my opinion. She could do whatever she wants to. She could have stopped one previous nose ago. But for the most part, they all seem like they're in a house full of the wonky mirrors, the fun house of mirrors. Like, how are you all seeing yourselves?
Maybe that's it. Maybe everybody in the house is on the delusion.
They got cataracts.
Because the cameraman looked at Jermaine and said, I'm going to press record. Okay? I'm going to press my button. And the other people who ain't living in your house, they going to see this.
Mm-hmm. It looked like
it's supposed to go skinks. It's just...
You know when a girl gets a lace front, she puts the stocking on?
Yes!
And it looked like he just put the black stocking on and was like, that's
the hell, Jermaine? And you already been tripping for 30 years. Because he was paint crazy for years. And we be like, all right, that's just Jermaine. Mm-hmm. At this point, he said, I'm going to switch it up. I'm going straight black on head meat.
But he's not that. You know what? I need to talk to whatever ancient person is doing his hair, because it's never nobody young.
No.
Doing this atrociousness.
Whoever did his hair used to do conks for Detroit Red on the Chitlin Circuit back when James Brown was playing at the Fox Theater in Oakland. He came and they had that thing, the little, I don't know what it's called, but they do that rap with the mesh. Yeah. And the conch was coming out over the top.
So
that
you can
nigga
lay the
doing
sides. It. You can lay the sides down.
Absolutely. Conch nigga said, hey, conchs is kind of out, but I give you the jet black head meat on the side.
Did you see this? I brought him up. Did you see this one, which is this waves?
That's what I've been talking about.
Yeah, but no, I don't know if you could see the waves.
I know. That's what I was saying. We let you go with that. Because at least he still has skinks there. You see? That's the appearance of normal with this effing mess on the top. But now...
this is a lovely sight.
Now he's just forgotten how hair even works. And he just came down the full side on that. This nigga done drawn waves with dye.
That's what I love, is the texture that he added.
He added... Yes! This nigga got a TV screen on the side. And I don't want to watch the doggone Jackson biopic press run because I'm going to have to see the stupidest hair I ever seen in my life.
But why is this so tiny? Why is this so tiny? Come on and make it bigger for me. Why? What is this cul-de-sac? He pulled the cul-de-sac forward.
He started his hairline.
It's an arch. Look, Josh.
Oh, God.
Look
Jermaine.
at this little bitty area he left for his forehead. Look at that. It's so...
It's like they went up to Kev and they're like, let me get this.
Yes.
That's literally what they did.
And outlined it.
That's what they did. Jermaine, his middle name is Lejuan. Lejuane.
I love that shit. Lejuan.
Lejuan.
The nigga.
If you would have named him Jermaine Tom Jackson, he'd be like, I can't go with that. My middle name Thomas. But when you go Lejuan can do that.
Lejuan gotta do that. It's not can.
Is it Lejuan or Lejuan?
No, we're gonna call it Lejuan.
Lejuan.
Is it J-U-N? Is
it L-E big J U-A-N-E.
Oh, that's Lejuan.
Lejuan.
But I like Lejuan.
Lejuan. I was gonna say that in the video, but I didn't know how to say it.
Yeah, this right here,
it's outrageous.
With a little bit, with this pussy hair that he got. Because that is a fucking bush. That is twat hair sitting right on the top.
Twat hair is crazy.
On the top of his head.
I feel like he take that coochie part off at night and he's just look like me.
Women take their bras down, he's just like, ah.
There you go. That has got to be what that, because it's so light. That is crazy.
Don't you show up for the press junket for none of the biopic. I'm already going to buy my ticket. For every word you say, I'm buying one less ticket. I'm start off with 1,000 and I'm giving it away. Every time I see Jermaine hair looking like that, I'm taking 10 off.
That is I mean, because I'm seeing him because it's light. It's so feathery. Like you can see through it. It do look like
coochie hair.
It is. This is pandemic. We couldn't go nowhere.
The coochie's like, hey, man, I ain't been out here since 2004. Right. What you doing letting me grow out? Hey, you got plans for Jermaine Jackson's middle. I understand it. I'll sacrifice myself.
It is just the most, this hairline.
And he's talking regular like that ain't up there. He's like, yeah, so we got the museum going in Monaco and my late brother Michael Jackson.
He has a scarf around his neck as well, Kevin.
How old is Jermaine? 70?
I don't know. He looks great if he is. He looks amazing. He got
to be at least 60-something. He is 70 on the dot. He's going to be 71 come next week.
Dang. He looks great.
You're lying, man. Ain't no 70-year-old with jet black hair. It's jet black.
There's nobody with jet black
And that's
hair.
The biggest thing. Y'all need to match the color. You have microphone. This Jermaine.
Yes. He has galaxy black on his head.
He got road. Nigga has street tar fresh.
Abyss.
They painted the road over?
Yes.
No, that's Jermaine.
That's Jermaine.
That's Jermaine's stuff.
That was the leftover hair stuff. It fell out of his car. This is Jermaine. And it just, I want to have conversations with people who are this like gone when it comes to what they look like to the
conversation, Angel. He thinks it's right.
Right. I want to hear about what he was going for, why he loves it.
Ask me. I'm going to be him. I'm going to be Jermaine Lathan.
Yes. So,
hello. Hi, Jermaine.
Hi, Jermaine Lathan.
Lathan. It's pronounced Lathan.
Yes, I love it.
I get that all the time.
We love the protractor hairline that you've got going. The 180 protractor that people used in.
What do you mean? This is my natural hair.
Oh, it's your natural hair.
Yes, it's always looked like this.
This is how it's grown out of your head.
Mm-hmm. Barry Gordy once remarked to me, I like the way you have your natural hair just as dark as night time. When you close your eyes and you see that black, that's how your hair is dark. I like that. Me, Barry Gordy.
I absolutely. What's crazy is your eyebrows are so thick and dark.
They've always been this way.
But you have no eyelashes.
Right. I had a medical condition. It's called eyelashtatitis magnitis.
Magnitis.
Yeah. Not to be confused with Brian McKnightis. That's when you hate your family.
Yes.
Eyelash magnitis is when you have dark eyebrows, no lash. It's crazy. I be blinking a lot to keep my eyes wet.
So how early do you have to put this hair on, your natural growing hair on your head? How early do you have to set it?
What do you mean put it on? It grows out of my hair like this. I just change it around. Sometimes I'll go wavy McGee on the side.
The waves are my favorite.
Sometimes I'll just have
the
my
smaller
hair
cul-de-sac.
just a little coldy in the middle.
I think the cul-de-sac is crying. I'm not sure.
But my barber just makes that choice. I have full freedom. My hair would grow all over my face if I wanted. He just cuts it into how I want it.
You're kind of like the werewolf.
That's exactly.
Yes.
Thriller was based off of how my hair grows. I just have to maintain it.
I love that for you. I love it. I need you to teach more men how to grow their hair like this.
That's my personal secret. This middle part is coochie hair, actually.
I could tell.
I was eating old pandemic coochie.
7C?
And 7C. Yeah. And her coochie had gone crazy. Took that off. If you were to get close enough to smell it.
I can smell it already.
Yeah.
I actually can't smell it over the strong a magic marker scent that I have.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean by that.
It's just magnificent.
It's magnificent. Magneto.
That's exactly. He has on the Magneto helmet.
It was my
I can't.
I hate it.
I hate it and love it at the same time.
Listen to you. I want to be so delirious that I walk out in the world in full confidence with a mess and I act like I don't have it.
You think I Want You Back was about his hairline?
Absolutely.
This is what I know, Angel. Look at me. This is what I know. Talk. People's eyes are going.
Oh, that's
and
it.
he got to bring them back down. Hey, Angel, I want to tell you about this museum that my brother has in Monaco. We got all kind of pieces and stuff.
This would be me. That would be me.
Looking at your hands is crazy.
Trying to see it. I wouldn't be able to just.
No,
but
man.
You know what? He ain't no worse than the men that do that to their beards, where the line they paint in is up here. They don't. If they have any hair, it is just the little scraggles.
This is why you look at Kev. My beard is much fuller than it used to be.
I know. I was shocked when you grew this beard.
Some of these parts are like, get out of me, follicles. There's a little circle here. It's a little indent here. When I first, it'd be looking its best. As time goes on, the receding parts recede. I'm okay with that because it's really my beard. These niggas who have jet black beard, you can see the line part on the top because it's on your skin. Mm-hmm. It don't directly. It's directly on skin meat.
Mm-hmm. And the skin is a different color.
Your skin is regular. I wonder if the skin's like, hey, what are you doing? Like, we're just going to create a false hairline. It's crazy.
I wonder, listen, to each his own. Everybody has a right to decide how they want to show up in the world. But the paint on beard and the paint on hair for men is one that it's bad for me because I also hate the cut baby hair that women wear where it's damn near inside of their eyebrows.
They come here and then they go toothbrush.
It's lined up though.
It be lined.
It pisses me the hell off. But I wonder what they want us to see. Mm-hmm. Like, what is it that you're hoping? Or are you not even thinking about it? You just like, listen, this is what I like. This is what I love. But I worry about the rain for them.
Sometimes the baby hair, I don't mind. It's the high school hair. That ain't no baby. They pulling down just regular hair.
That's what they're all doing. None of these people have baby hair no more.
You don't think? I thought I done seen some wispy.
They're not wispying. They're literally parting off adult hair.
That hair got 6 period.
Cacao, cutting it so it's not as long, and then doing
and then waving Waverson.
Yeah, baby, because a baby hair is not as full as that.
That's not baby. That's not baby hair laid.
No.
That's like adolescent.
That's 401k hair. God damn it.
That's the Stranger Things.
That's 401k match. You cut off the part that you match down later.
Yeah. Oh, somebody else said the same thing I said. Yeah, it's insane.
It's insane. Man. It's insane.
Blame it on the boogie, man.
We got to go. Yeah, we got to go.
Short episode. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, short episode.
See y'all next Friday.
We all have places to.
You out of town again?
Couple hours.
Well, I don't know. I got to look.
Anyway,
God bless you guys. We'll see you, Patreon. We love you. No main on Tuesday.
This is the main.
This is the main. Spread the word. God bless you. God keep you. We'll see you at the conference.
Blame it on the boogie.
Here's another banger for you. Here's another one. Here's another banger for you. Here's another one. Here's another banger for you. Here's another banger for you. With my boy Kev on stage and that chick Angel.